Hello everybody, this is C&O Designs and I'll be showing you how to make a door. Yay! But now in all seriousness, or actually I was serious, shit. We'll start off just by making a quick plane, scaling it over to 8. Gonna turn this over here to do a quick preview renders at 40. See what else do we want to do. We'll go ahead and increase that up a little bit just to let you guys see. And then we'll start with the door. We'll add a simple cube mesh. Move it up by 1. Then we'll go into edit mode. Press the Z to get a see-through thing. Blah blah blah. Press C to get that nice little circle thing. And then right click to make it go away, but we will select these two, or technically these 4 vertices, and then we'll plop them up about 6 units high. Or no, we can get away with about 4 units high. So this is a 6 unit high door, because standard blocks are the standard cubes are 2 by 2 by 2 blender units. And my glasses are messing with me again. So since it's 2 wide, we'll go ahead and make it about 3 wide. So let's see, 0.5 that way, and negative 0.5 that way. Now we'll go to this view. We don't want it very large at all. So we'll make it about 1 wide. Or one blender unit thick. And there's our door. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and make sure to like, subscribe, and blah blah blah, and if you know I'm bullshitting, then stick around. So now that we got that all nice and through, we can select the whole mesh, go ahead and go over to the materials thing in the bottom left hand corner that I have set up, just that way we can have it all nice and there. Then we'll subdivide once, twice, 3, 4 times. Remember that. 4 times to get a nice even door thing. Then we'll go back into the orthographic mode by hitting 5, and then we'll go to the front view by hitting 1 on the number pad, of course. And then we'll press A to deselect all, change to faces over here, and then we'll select all but the outer layer. And I don't know why, I just kind of like having a slightly lighter material on the outside of the door. And I guess we can do it for this side as well. Although we will not be messing with the back side at all. There we go. So then we'll go over here to materials. We'll add a new material, call that wood frame. And then we'll get another one called inner wood. And then we'll assign the inner wood and then have it as a mix shader. So that way you can tell that it's a different color. Eventually we'll have the wood frame. Well, actually no, we'll go ahead and do the wood frame right now. So we will, why can't I ever find the mix shader? There it is. Okay, let's make the material editor a lot bigger so that way it's easier for us. We'll press Shift A. Oh, and by the way, to get this menu up quickly and easily, it's Shift and the A key. And then these are all your nodes, but we're going to want some more shaders. So we're going to put an add shader up here, then a mix shader down here to get a lot of fine tuning options. But up here we're going to want to diffuse and glossy. And then down here we will want a glossy, and some people would probably say that this isn't a very good idea for a wood texture for anisotropic, but we'll try out anisotropic and then we'll drop down a velvet shader actually, so we'll need another mix shader node. Then we'll just drop that into the bottom. Drop that up here if it ever wants to cooperate with me. There and there. Now we don't have any light sources, so let's go ahead and add one. Get out of edit mode, blah blah blah, lamps. We're going to pull that up by about 12. Move it to the side by about 6. Turn to the right orthographic view. And shine it right there. And have a strength of, let's say, 125. Now, you're not really gonna notice anything. But there's probably a reason for that, and I don't really remember what it is. So we'll go back into here. Make sure that's all the way. That's all the way. You know what? Let's try getting rid of that. And that. And then add that to that. Okay, there we go. Alright, I am back. Okay, and I attend to a little bit of family business really quick, but I'm finished with that now. So I'll turn up the anisotropy, and 9's a bit much. Let's do down to 0.4. Yeah, that's fine. Roughness is fine. And let's increase that by a little bit. Make this down to have no blue in it. And about 0.25. And make it go slightly darker. Color picker, blah blah blah. Oh, that's a decent amount. Actually, this needs to be the lighter color. You know, that just needs to be white, or else things don't work. Or at least they don't work well. Okay, let's see. Oh, and to anybody watching this who is interested in having a model of theirs done or an animation done, I will, or just contact me and I can give you a quote on how much it would cost and an estimated time frame on when it will be finished. Now, there are a couple of things I can't do very well, though, like character modeling, because I don't really like that. Although I've never really tried. I just don't trust myself to do it. So I will refuse to do it. And then anything involving creating textures, I'm not good with. Although I'm pretty sure there's someone in this current group of Sintorace, which is where this video will be posted, as well as on my channel as well. So if you're watching this on the Sintorace channel, I'll make sure that the lead guy puts an annotation somewhere in the video to link to my channel, and anybody watching this on my current channel, I'll be putting an annotation and a link in the description to the Sintorace channel, which I am now a part of. But let's get back to doing this. The glossy is fine. This one I would like a little bit darker. And then here's where fun things happen. Texture, wave, factor. We're just going to put in a factor to pretty much everything here. Okay, not there. But there, no. That's fine. And then even there. To where you can tell that there are distinct bands of color. Then we will do this. 0.25. Not enough red. And then there's not enough dark colors in there. So we'll lower that down. And we got a decent looking thing. Looks a little bit too metallic though, so let's go down here. Stroppy 0.3. Then have a scale of about 50-ish. That looks nicer. Let's see what happens when we do rings. I like that one better. Let's go with 20. And yeah, that looks about as good as we're gonna get that part. So let's do the equivalent of cable management right here. Gonna move that out to the side. Gonna move that up. Gonna move that up. That down. That there. That there. And that there. And now we're going to try to get these things back as close as possible to each other without really affecting anything. Okay, there's a really tight squeeze there. And there. And try to actually keep these like that. And I'm not sure if it'll be picking up in the video, but there might be occasional bursts of fan noise. And that's probably my graphics card fan, which I might need to fix that little stuttering at some point, but as of right now, I don't think it will be too much of an impact on the videos. And then, there we go, nice neat cable management. Now we'll Control C that. And we'll go to the inverter wood, delete, and then paste. Now here's what we're going to do with this. We want this slightly darker. It's not by much, but you can kind of tell. And I legitimately have no real reason to do it like that, but oh well. You can also darken this value a little bit. and then change the rings to be, the rings are fucking fine. Okay, and we should be kind of done with materials at this point. So then we'll go here, go to the front view, then we're going to go to edit. And now for this one, we're going to want to go into our materials section, so that way you can see this view. Now, here's where things get nice and fun. We're going to press C, get this thing, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Now we actually want to move this about 2 over, 2 over, delete 2 like that. Then we should be fine for that, or we could do it like this, and then have nice things. I think we're gonna test out like this. So we're gonna extrude it by 0.08. Wait, that's not how I really wanted it. I wanted it by negative 0.08. My bad. Then we're gonna want to scale it down by 0.75 all around. And that would normally look decent, but I don't care about that. So we're gonna also make it go down by 2. Meaning we extrude again. Negative 0.08. Scale it down again by 0.75. And then that 0.75 z-axis, I forgot about that completely. Then 2, 2, 2. Extrude by negative 0.08. And shrink by 0.75 all across the board. And I made it too small. Good job, Chaos and Order Designs. Way to show off your skills. I'm a fucking fan. Okay, never mind. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75. Oh, and any of you guys watching this video on my channel, if you're wondering where the League of Legends videos are, or any gameplay videos in general, my gameplay videos will be few and far between now, because I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna start streaming on Twitch TV, and I'll also be including a link in the description to my stream there. And later on in this week, or I'll have it somewhere in the description in my channel on my channel in Twitch, I'll have a stream schedule set up to where I'll try to follow it as accurately as I can. I might be like 30 minutes early, 30 minutes late. I might not be able to stream a day, etc. But it's still, what the fuck did I just do? Oh, I rotated. But pretty much that is all I need to tell you about the Twitch thing for now. Or at least that's all I think I need to tell you. So then we'll continue down here. Actually, let's see, how far up here? So we'll actually decrease it by... We'll have the bottom ones slightly longer. Then around this area will be the doorknob, or the door handle. So then we're going to extrude by negative 0.08 again. Trust me, if you're following by this along side by side, this does get annoying. Now imagine doing this kind of crap on bigger things. I might have to change the wood texturing shit up a bit. But oh well. I think I got all those right. And they're fine. If I missed any any of the steps on that one. You guys understand what it's supposed to do. Negative 0.08, and then scale down by 0.75 all across the board. Except you could skip the Y, actually, because the Y doesn't affect it at all. It's just easy for me to do things like that. Okay, now, here comes the real fun part, but first, let's change up some things a bit. 50. 50. There. Okay. Here's where oh, that kind of hurt my eyes a bit. We're going to extrude that. Lower it down in size by about, let's see, the X direction can be 0.75, 0.5, 0.5, and then, oh crap, 0. And we can extrude it again to get, wait. Now we can extrude it again and get that nice half. Now this door isn't really going to be as rounded off as some people would like, but I don't really care. We're going to press the 3 button, going to press E to extrude, and I should really say these things whenever I use them, like the first time, instead of waiting, who knows how long I waited that time. Now this one's kind of special, so we're going to do this. We're going to extrude by negative 0.475. Now the reason for that will be shown right about here, where we extrude by negative 0.025. Never mind. Where we extrude by, wait, I messed all that up. So now we got crap. So now we gotta do the blah blah blah, negative 0.5, negative 0.15, actually no, negative 0.25, to get a thicker handle. And here's where things get fun. We take that, we extrude it by about 7. Oh shit, no, not 7. 0.5. I think I messed up somewhere. Darn it. Okay, this one needs to be extruded by, or extrude, scale down to 0.5. I'm messing up so much right now, guys. I am sorry. Okay, now we extrude by negative 0.1. We'll hit extrude again, scale it down by another 0.75 this time. And now we'll go out by 0.3, negative 0.3. Negative 0.1, or actually negative 0.15. We're going to go in here, do this. 0.5. 0.15. And then we're going to do this. Going to make it do that. 0.15. Then we're going to go to line mode. I'm going to remember to shift right click is what I have things set to, but I wouldn't trust my own stuff. I'll move it back by 0.05, not 0.0650, 0.05, and then that's pretty much just about, that's about it for that. So now we'll go in, make a new material called metal, blah blah blah. This one will be really simple, and I'm pretty sure we could get away, because this will be a simple door, which is anisotropic. Did I read that right? Anisotropic. Anisotropic filter. So we'll go back to the faces, and we're going to select all these. Make sure not to select anything from the main wood, like all this stuff over here. Don't select that. That's a bad idea. Although we will test out how it looks, I do believe that it doesn't look right. Although that's just from memory. And we have to make sure we get every little piece. Once we get every little piece, we hit assign. Now that looks kind of odd for what we want, so we'll tone down the brightness of that. Set to 0.2. Anisotropy to 0.2 as well. And I think it actually contrasts a bit too much with that. So we'll add a bit of blue tinge to it. Actually, no, not a bit of blue. Bit of yellowish. Like that. Make it look kind of, to make it kind of fit in more. Then we're gonna come over here. Now this is the more fine-tuning part, so if you don't want to watch this part, just leave. But if you want to watch this part, or continue blah blah blah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just trying to make sure I'm putting words out of my mouth. But now we're going to make the mesh look all nice, or at least this little section of it. So we're going to select all the lines by moving to line mode and then doing the painstaking process of doing whatever the hell we just did. And we're going to shrink that down by 0.8 all across the board. Now, there's probably a reason why I did that. I do not understand the reason right now, but oh, it looks slightly smoother. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to go along and then select these outer edges. We're going to scale that down to about 0.75, 0.7, not 0.87, 0.75, and then 0.75. Now what that'll do, that'll give it more of a nice looking handle. Although first we should do this over here, which will give us an even nicer thing, or at least easier on us. So then we can then scale that down to about 0.9. That doesn't really affect much, now that I think about it, so 0.85 all across the board. Then that makes it look slightly smoother. Then we can go back over here and do our nice old 0.75 scalings. And then now you got a decent-ish looking door frame. I mean, door. If you want to, you can take these two, then kind of scale them out like that. Except any change to the Y direction should not be added, so do the Y like that. Then the X doesn't really matter. Then we'll go to these points. Move that one up by about point. Let's go with 0.1. And we'll go over here, lower that one by 0.1 as well. Now that actually, to me, that looks a bit uneven. But who cares? You got a door handle. Although speed things up a bit, we'll take those 2 points, scale them down by about, all you really care about is the Z direction, so 0.75 again. And there we go, we got the nice looking preview. It's actually making new material called accent wood. We'll delete all that, copy that, and we're gonna make it even darker. Now why, you might ask? Well, I'll show you why. Now I'm gonna do 2 experiments in the way it looks. And I do believe the first option I'm trying will probably look a bit better. But the second option I will definitely try. I'll assign that. Put those colors. Actually, no, that gives it enough distinctiveness to where it stands out. So we'll also do it for right here. We'll shrink down that thing. Yeah, we'll shrink down that one thing. Then we'll assign the accents there as well. We kind of raise it out by -0.05. So that way it's kind of noticeable. It's even more noticeable, pretty much. Then we can leave our edit mode, and we have a door. That's all we need. Who cares if you can't get into it from the back? Who cares if it's a freaking block? It's a door. And a door is a door. So now we'll add a camera by Shift-A, selecting the camera. Get out of orthographic mode by pressing the 5 key. We'll find an angle that we might want, and then we'll test out in the viewport. This is actually the one we want, so we will Control-Alt-0 that. It won't work, so then we'll go up here, Control-Alt-0, and now it's time to mess around with the thing. So then we will take it, and then for Shift-C, get that back in place. We'll right-click, hold that, and then we'll Control, middle mouse, and then we'll zoom in until we get about what we want. Although it will be easier in rendered mode. Shift-C again. And boom. Now, I don't even care anymore. If I want that light showing, I will move around this light. Actually, no. Now we will add a mesh plane, bring it up to about right there. So actually we'll ZZ it, or Control Z it twice. Bring it up to about 7. Move it over by about 2, or -2. Press 3, press 5, rotate it by about 45 degrees. No, I mean -45 degrees. Then we'll add a new material, call it light. Make it an emission, which is somewhere here. We'll press 1. Then we'll make it big enough to do that. Then we'll find out, okay, there it is. Make it go 100%. Strength 1.5. Then we'll go somewhere over here. Make this to be a bit more dark. Whoa. Okay, and then we're gonna come over here. Ray visibility. Okay, that's cool. No, that's the wrong one. Come down here, ray visibility. Shadows. Camera. Then that's pretty much all you need. Hopefully you've been keeping up with this, because then we go over to the render thing. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to speed this up, so just for you guys. I'll set the samples to 500. It's not really much, but hey, it's all nice and good. We'll set this to go from left to right. We'll do a little test. Well, actually, we'll do a test render first at 100. So we'll render the image. And blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Holy crap, Skype just went. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's pretty much done. Now the render time, it's not a very bad render time at all if you actually think about it. Because I'm using an old GTX 580. I mean, not 580. I wish. 560 right now. And I may or may not be upgrading to a 760, but it all depends. Okay, so as you can see, we can kind of zoom in. We could see some features. Is that what I think it? Hopefully that's what I think it is. I'm just trying to see if that works out nice and good. Okay. I'm probably not making sense to any of you guys, but hopefully soon I will. Now we will be adding a glare filter. We'll let that composite go through. Let this one go through again. Blah, blah. Come on, compositor, you know you want to work with me. There it goes. Now here's where things get fun. We change the streaks to change them to 5, and then the threshold 0.1. Okay, let's see what happens now. Come on, compositor. Okay, Compost didn't want to work with me at that time, so 0.05. And before I'm doing the wrong thing. But come on, compositor. Come on, man, you gotta work with me. Do it for the viewers. Okay, you'll see like over here, there's some glare. and overall it just made the whole image lighter, which normally you don't really want to do, but yeah, the possibility of doing that, I think it makes it look cool. So then we'll go here, render 500. I'm going to just kill my computer finally, and then we'll go to Rich. Now I'm assuming this one will take about, let's see, it's about 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to try to speed it up, but I'm not actually edit this video too much. But I will be cutting out bits and pieces for a secret project, well, not a secret, but bits and pieces for some other thing, which you'll see if you go to the Sintorace channel, which I will be putting into the description, like I said earlier in this video. This is going to be on that long. So I'll probably shorten up a lot of that stuff. I'm good. We're going to approaching 1 minute. And yeah, I'm just going to, I'll let you guys watch this. I'll probably see you out this section. And there we go. Now the post is going to start doing its nice little magic. Boom. Now let's zoom in on this. See how far we can zoom in. We can zoom in pretty damn far before we start seeing legitimate pixels. Like, you're able to zoom in this far. And that, I do believe that's really freaking far. Like, not as